Welcome to community meeting, everybody. I hope that your second week of virtual Derryfield school is off to a great start. I have to say, I have never been more proud of our community than in this past week. It's incredible what we've accomplished, re-envisioning a school and making what is otherwise such a challenging time really a joyful one. I've had so much fun in my classes, in advisory, in faculty meetings, in parent meetings, and in every way that I've been able to connect with students. And I hope that's true for all of you. Finn, what are you proud of everyone for?
Everyone for helping people.
That's really nice, for helping people. Yeah, how about you, Mia? What are you proud of them for?
Doing their work.
Ooh, that's important, right? Have you been doing your work?
Yes.
Wow, I'm not so sure.
Dad, that's a horrible part of the video. Dad, that's a horrible part of the video. I hope you're helping your mom and dad at home, and I hope you're doing some other stuff. Bye.
Thank you for your incredible focus and hard work throughout last week. Keep it up this week. Please be on time to your classes. Make sure you're reaching out to your teachers for extra help and communicating anything that you need. We continue to be here for you. We continue to want to hear from you.
We've been doing stuff else, and I hope you do stuff else. Bye, Derryfield. Yeah.
Buddy, seriously, put it down. Stop and start again.
Who
Wait.
remembers what I just said?
And now from Miss Barcy.
Hi Derryfield, and welcome to my home art studio, and I guess now my new art classroom. Okay, so this is just a brief public service announcement to let you know that Open Studios is still available for you every day now from 12:15 to 12:30. Come and join. While you might not be making posters for a class or borrowing supplies from Art the Cart, where on earth are my Sharpies? I'm still here as a resource for you, just like all your teachers. So if you have a challenge or you want to problem solve a creative idea, feel free to stop on by. Oh, and don't forget to check your email because we're going to be sending out some information about how you and everybody in the Derryfield community can participate in Derryfield Creates, an exhibition of creativity and self-expression this fall. Stay tuned. So up next for his senior moment, Mr. Austin Best.
Hello Derryfield, you know me, I'm Austin, and this is my senior moment. I'll keep it short so you guys can get back to cranking out episodes of Tiger King in quarantine. I'll play this video on 1.5 speed, it makes it go by a little bit quicker. Or don't, I guess I'll never know. Transition. I'm a loser. I am very uniquely skilled in losing things, it's kind of my shtick. I lost my brand new phone for 6 months underneath the car seat. 6 months, couldn't find it. I lost a hearing in my right ear. Very cool. I'm deaf in that ear. We bought a hearing aid in 4th grade, and yeah, I lost that before I even got to 5th grade. Yep. Also known for losing jerseys, forgetting dress-up days, homework. And I promise you, teachers, if I've ever told you that I've lost my homework, it's because I've lost my homework. I'm also fairly certain I'm losing my mind in quarantine. But then again, who isn't? Am I right? That's so bad. I'm not putting that in there. But overall, I think this fun and quirky personality trait of being a loser really has transitioned into more of a personal philosophy for me, if anything. So if there's anything that has taught me, it's that losing something, really isn't the end of the world. For the most part, you're gonna live. And I think this theme of losing things really ties into current events going on currently, right now. As you know, I'm a senior, and spring is typically when seniors have their senior spring, where all of us seniors gather around, make a big deal about us being too big for high school now, usually in front of the lower classmen during the spring. But because of this COVID-19 pandemic, I've lost that. I lost prom, and a lot of my friends lost their ISPs that they've been looking forward to. I lost my final high school tennis season, but more importantly, I've lost a lot of time. Time with my friends before we all grow up and go to college, and that really stinks. Coincidentally, tomorrow is going to be my 18th birthday, and I lose out on celebrating that with people I've spent more than the last third of my life with. I mean, if you think about it collectively, I've spent probably more time with the people at Derryfield than I have with most of my extended family members. This sweatshirt I'm wearing right now actually was one my grandpa used to wear all the time before he passed away of pancreatic cancer when I was in 8th grade. It's the last thing he gave me. It's probably the one thing that I'm never going to lose, along with the memories of him. It's the experiences that you don't lose, because they and the people who help shape those experiences are what shape you as a person. Tomorrow's my first day of legal adulthood, and in a physical sense, I'm losing my childhood because it's behind me, it's in the past. But in a much more important sense, I'm never going to lose the way the experiences at this school shape me. And although memories fade in time, I don't think I'll ever forget the time Mr. Burke destroyed the seniors on a ping pong table that they snuck into the boys' bathroom when I was in freshman year, or the time Mr. Brandt's 10 feet tall Halloween costume took a header on the stage in the Halloween assembly, right through the curtains. And I'll certainly never forget being villager number 1 in Derryfield production of Cinderella, but I'm pretty sure that was more of an alphabetical thing more than anything else. The point is, really cherish the moment. Be in the moment and recognize the good old days that you're having right now as often as you can, before they're behind you. I'll never be without the lessons or the people who are here with me, and the memory of the people here will always move forward with me. I'm a loser, and I lose things, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you.
Hello Derryfield, I hope everyone's staying happy and healthy. I'm just following up on an email that I sent out this morning detailing what the robotics teams are doing to try and create masks and use the Derryfield community to make masks for any organizations, businesses, or institutions that would need them for any purposes. In the email, I detail some different roles that people might have in the process. The first role would be anyone that has access or a supplier for fabrics or the elastic bands to connect and hold the masks together on the back. Specifically for fabrics, we're looking for cotton, but flannel also works as well for parts of the mask. The second role would be someone who would be able to create stencils. The stencils are used to cut the masks easier. We don't need a whole lot of these, but anyone with access to a 3D printer or a laser cutter, we have files for both of those. So please reach out and we'll be able to get those to you so you can make some stencils for people to use. The third role would be anyone who would have access to their own fabric, cotton or flannel, like I said, or would like to get some fabrics from other suppliers that we were getting to cut the fabric out themselves for the masks. The fourth role would be anyone who would be able to sew and put the masks together and put the finaling touches on them, and then either themselves take it to the final destination, or if needed, we could get it to someone else who would then take it to the final destination. And finally, we would need anyone who has any contacts with any organizations or businesses that need the masks. Obviously, we will send them to hospitals if they need them, but we know that there are a lot of other organizations that are in need of them and don't really have a lot of access to masks. Please fill out the form if you would like to help out. We will try and get people into some sort of assembly line within a smaller community so people don't have to travel too far, just to make it a lot easier. If you have any other questions, please reach out to myself, to Quinn McGinley, to Rylan Morgan, to Mr. Young, or to Dr. Masoni, to ask any questions or get involved. But the form is the number one way to get involved. We'll reach out to people that sign up through that and try and get everything set up. So next up.
Hey everybody, my name is Aaron Agolnik, and this is my senior moment. To be honest with you guys, this wasn't the plan. Obviously this wasn't the plan. I'd never expected that I was going to be recording this senior moment in my living room, rather than standing up in front of you all on stage. But here we are with this pandemic that is completely unprecedented, certainly in any current lifetime. And no one could have predicted that this is what was going to be happening. But in a way, it's a little bit fitting that I'm not where I expected to be giving this speech, because my initial plan was to not have a plan. I was going to get up on stage in front of you all with no script, no notes, just a mic, and walk and talk about my experience at Derryfield. Now, that's not what's happening here, but in a way, it's pretty comparable. I still have no script in front of me. I'm going to do my best to do this in one take. And really, I just want to be genuine with you all for a minute. At Derryfield, I've learned that the most important thing is to trust yourself and have some faith that everything is going to work out. That's why I was willing to get up on stage without a script. Now, if you know me, I'm a little bit of a procrastinator by nature. And by that I mean like really a procrastinator by nature. I stress a lot of people out, including myself, by doing all my work the night before, and really classic procrastination stuff. It's not good. But in seeking advice about how do I deal with the stress that I give myself over my own procrastination, the most helpful advice I ever received was, well, is it really that big a deal if you always get it done? And that really made me think about, is it worth the stress? And I mean, obviously, the stress doesn't just disappear like that as soon as you trust that you're going to get it done, but it sure goes a long way. If you prepare appropriately, you have a test the next day, you study a little bit, you're not helping yourself studying for 4 hours and then going to sleep at 1 a.m. You're helping yourself by reviewing your notes, practicing a little bit, maybe taking a practice test, and then having some faith in yourself that you can take this test, that you're in this class because you can handle its material. Now, crew has been much the same way for me. I joined my sophomore year as a coxswain, which means I'm sort of the leader of the boat, a deputy coach, I've heard it called. And my job is to deal with all little things throughout a race that you could never, ever prepare for. That's my whole purpose in that boat. And, I spent my whole first season with serious stress every single day about what's going to go wrong. Am I going to damage the boat? Am I going to say something silly and make my rowers angry? And maybe it happened a couple times. I broke a little bit of equipment here and there. But I got so much better when I learned to just commit, to have confidence, to trust myself in the boat that I've been entrusted, to believe that I am capable of doing what my coaches think I'm capable of, and to sit down in that boat and to lead as if I know exactly what's happening, even when there are so many variables I can't prepare for. And I could go on and on about how crew has affected me and my ability to do this and to have this trust, but suffice it to say that you can't prepare for everything. You can prepare for some things, of course, and you do your due diligence and you prepare, but you can't prepare for everything. So you have to be prepared for anything by trusting yourself, having faith that no matter what, when you step out of that boat, things are going to be okay. When you step off that stage and put down that microphone, or when you close your laptop and finish your speech, everything is going to be okay. Your point will be across. Thank you. Now I'd like to introduce a performance by Emma Branch.
This is Good People by the Newfoundland band Great Big Sea, and I'd like to dedicate it to all my friends and good people that I miss at Derryfield. The world today can be a scary place. Hard to keep a faith in the human race. We're running out of trees and we're running out of space. But we'll never run out of good people. Asking for coffee on, call you in from the cold. If you get lost, they'll show you where to go. Even give you a ride, good people. Good people aren't hard to find. Right around the corner at the end is a line, it's true. Good people got peace of mind. I'd like to spend some time with you. And that ain't nothing if you ain't got a friend. Down and out, not a penny to spend. But the bells above will ring in the end. For good people. Good people aren't hard to find. Right around the corner at the end of the line, it's true. Good people got peace of mind. I'd like to spend some time with you. Rich and poor were born to be free. Fly around the world or sail the seven seas. But there's no place that I'd rather be than here and now with good people. Good people aren't hard to find. Right around the corner at the end of the line, it's true. Good people got peace of mind. I'd like to spend some time with you. The world today can